100% agree with a lot of the complaints, not all the complaints, but some of the complaints, I should say, about what could possibly happen in StarCraft 2, but I want to make it perfectly clear that StarCraft 2 is going to be amazing. It's going to be so much fun. It already is so much fun. So I absolutely support you guys, everyone, buying StarCraft 2. I mean, I can't think of a single reason that you should not pick it up for just, it's such a good game. I can't, I mean, I'm not lying when I say that. I don't, you know, plug things that I don't like. And I really like StarCraft 2. Do an AMA on Reddit. I don't know what AMA is, but I did do a series of questions on Reddit. There's a link on my Facebook post about that. I think, I'm not too familiar with Reddit, but there's 2 different styles of interviews people were telling me on Reddit. I did the one where they send me a bunch of questions, so I don't know if that counts, but I think that's enough question answering for this week anyways, for that website. What's your favorite game that isn't in the RTS genre? I would say, oh man, it's such a hard choice because I've only played StarCraft for like the last year, to be honest. I would say Counter-Strike is my favorite FPS of all time. I do like other FPSs though. I really like TF2 as well. So I would have to go with Counter-Strike, TF2, and I like the Fallout games a lot. Diablo I like a lot. And I don't know, man, I'm a big gamer. It's just lately StarCraft 2's definitely been my focus because I've just been like pounding away at StarCraft. I love it. It's such a good game. So yeah, I would say TF2, Counter-Strike, Diablo, Fallout, you know, games like that. Not that you could really compare those games, I guess. What hooked you into StarCraft / computer gaming in general? I love talking about this, but I'm going to try and keep it short here for the sake of answering as many questions as possible. I got my first computer when I was 10. It was either 10 or 11, and it was a 486. So I had my no, it was a 386, and then I remember we upgraded it a year later to a 486, and we were screaming with our 486 processor computer. It was awesome. And I remember playing Warcraft 2 as well as a bunch of older games. There's a game called Quarantine, which was really fun back then today. And I played Sim Theme Park. That game was amazing. And, oh, I can't remember. There was some taxi one. Maybe that was Quarantine. But there was some taxi game that was post-apocalyptic, and you would, like, kill other taxis. And it was first-person view as you were driving the taxi, and you have to, of course, deliver people, and you got weapons for your taxi, and it was really, really fun. And ever since then, I've been gaming non-stop since I was a kid. My parents were not pleased from the age of about 7 when I really got into gaming, until about the age 22. They weren't too pleased with me because all I was doing was playing video games. And then YouTube came along, and it all, you know, it paid off for sure. So gaming is good for you, kids. Don't let the news or anything convince you otherwise. Why are you not showing health bars in replays? That is a huge personal preference. I usually show health bars during big battles, and my Artosis video probably an exception because that wasn't really a normal commentary. I personally don't like health bars on all the time because then it's just like a big ball of health bars fighting each other, and that is my personal preference. A lot of people, like, I've actually taken polls, and it's really about 50-50 on if you want health bars on all the time or just during big battles. I am a StarCraft 1 guy. That's where I started doing commentaries and stuff, so I just think it's better to have health bars not on all the time, only during big battles, because I think once you get a grasp of the game a little bit, you can kind of tell when a unit's going to die anyway. So I don't think it's that huge of a deal. Again, it's just a personal preference, though. This guy says, hell yes. Again, guys, we got to figure out how to set up actual questions. But anyways, I do agree with that sentiment. And another person asked, no, I already answered that one. How do you switch between ally chat, all chat, and chat to one person? I do know in game, if you do shift enter, it chats to all. If you just do enter, it goes to just your team. And I don't know how to message someone, just one specific person. Let's see. What unit is your favorite in StarCraft 2 after the Thor? Good, because I was going to say my Thor. after the Thor, my Thor is here. Oh, I hope that's not getting boring. I really hope I don't wear that out. It's just so fun to try and talk like the Thor. I don't know how much I sound like him. What unit do I like most besides the Thor? I think the Viking is a really diverse unit, but oh, that is a tough choice. I would have to say I'm gonna go. Oh, this is such a tough choice because Thor is definitely first. I'm gonna say Colossus. Because, same thing with Thor, I really didn't think the Colossus was very cool when the game first came out, but as the time progressed, I really like the dynamic of the Colossus. I just hate how Vikings can shoot it. That makes me really mad. Let's see. Will you commentate games all your life? As long as YouTube is here and as long as it's free for me to upload, I really don't see any reason for me to stop. Now, I mean, I might commentate games other than Starcraft, so maybe Diablo 3 or something, but right now, I have no plans to stop Starcraft whatsoever. I mean, I love Starcraft. There is just no other way of saying it. Basically, I love Starcraft, and so I have never once had the thought of, man, I don't want to cast Starcraft anymore. If it gets to a point where I'm casting so many games that I'm just getting exhausted and it's really lowering the quality of the cast, then yeah, I'll take a break for a couple of days, but I really do plan to continue doing this as long as possible. Because I love Blizzard. Like, Blizzard makes the absolute best games. So I want to support them as much as I possibly can. And, I mean, this is my way of doing that, I think. I think that this is very good for their company. And I want to help them out as much as I can. And that is that. There's a whole row of Hellions and stuff down here. How cute is that? They're all perfectly parked and all that good stuff. And let's see. How much are the shirts? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I am going to be releasing t-shirts soon, but I'm not going to announce on YouTube when I release them because it is a limited release, and I want my favorites, well, how should I say it? I'm running it through a friend's t-shirt website, so that's my favorite t-shirt site, and I don't want his site to crash, so I'm doing, at first I'm doing, look at all these Void Rays, how sexy is that? So at first I'm doing a limited release. It is going to be 200 shirts, and the only way you're going to be able to buy them is if you follow me on Facebook and you see when I make a post. As far as the price, I don't know exactly, but it won't be over $20 if you live inside the United States. If you live outside the United States, you're going to have to pay the difference for shipping, I believe. So we'll see, because, I mean, it really does cost a lot to sell to other countries. And no matter which country you live in, the shipping does cost a lot. There is no way around it. So the shipping probably will be more when I'm just being honest. I like to be honest. So I think that the shipping will be more for if you're outside the United States. So that was a good question. I really like that one. So, do you have any recommendations for a race for a very young player? I have a younger brother that is only 12 and really wants to seriously get into StarCraft. I would not recommend Zerg. I would probably recommend Protoss, possibly Terran. Protoss, I think, like I said, since they're so reliant on the gateway units, I think it's really easy to pick up Protoss and hold your own. Terran, you can do Marine Marauder in a lot of games, but once you get past that, it's pretty hard, I think. Any chance the Galaxy editor could do a Star Fox emulation game with the Phoenix? There's no reason why not. I don't think so. Okay, I started like 12 sentences right there. I absolutely hope someone does a Star Fox game on the map editor. I definitely think it's a possibility. Doing 3D flying is actually pretty hard, though, with the editor, from what I've heard. So hopefully someone can figure it out. Do a planetary fortress rush. I've already done that, I believe, in one of my videos. What are you going to make for your 100,000 subs, and will it be some kind of charity/crazy haircut again? And if that, why do you think that StarCraft 1 is better than Warcraft 3? I'd be really careful saying StarCraft 1 is better than Warcraft 3. I actually really like Warcraft 3. Warcraft 3, to me, is a game that is really fun to play single player. I honestly think the single player for Warcraft 3, my personal opinion, is better than the single player for StarCraft 1. That's just my personal opinion, but I think the multiplayer aspect of StarCraft 2 is a lot more competitive. And he also said, what are you going to make for 100,000th video? Oh, I got to mention, I'm so close to 100,000 subscribers! Woo! I'm so excited for 100,000 subs. Seriously, I cannot believe it. This video is almost over, by the way. So I'm going to stop it right at around 22 minutes so that I can get it up there easily. I do have some ideas for 100,000 subs. You guys have been giving great feedback, and we'll see once I get to 100,000 subs. And I'm going to try and fly through these last couple of questions that I can. What is your favorite StarCraft unit and why? The Thor. Do you have a girlfriend? Ha ha ha. Oh, you guys crack me up. How did you come up with your name? I just love, I love the word husky. It's 2 syllables. I always wanted a 2-syllable name. It has a bunch of different meanings. Plus, I think husky, the dogs, are like the coolest dogs in the world. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a big animal lover. So that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Evolves is awesome. We did end up winning. So much fun. That is that. And of course, I will see you guys next time.